So all of us have experienced noise from a lawnmower on a Sunday morning, or the sounds of airplanes flying overhead while trying to sleep. Numerous studies have highlighted the negative effects of noise pollution on sleep disturbance, cognition, and risk for heart attack. Natural sounds, on the other hand, such as flowing rivers and birdsong, can actually relieve stress and can restore attention. So collectively, all the sounds in a given area, whether good or bad, make up what is called a soundscape. So soundscapes affect everyone in this room, even if you've never thought about them. Well, they affect wildlife as well. So animals use sounds for all kinds of things. They communicate with each other, like singing birds. They forage with sound, like echolocating bats. And they use sound to avoid becoming prey themselves, like insects that might be listening for approaching predators. Our lab studies how soundscapes, both human-made and natural, alter wildlife behavior. And for my Ph.D., we set up a giant whitewater river noise experiment. So my crazy team and I hiked roughly 4 tons of gear into the Pioneer Mountains of Idaho, solar panels, car batteries, and huge speakers, so we could play back river noise 24/7 for 3 summers. Then at 20 field sites, we used binoculars to make 20,000 bird observations. We used microphones to record 750,000 passing bats. And we collected and identified 150,000 individual insects. And so this allowed us to understand how the soundscape affected the abundance of these animals. But we also wanted to know how the relationship between them might have changed. So we glued 700 fake caterpillars to trees to look at bird foraging. We caught 200 of these birds, collected their poop, sequenced the DNA in that poop to see which insects those birds were eating. To understand bat foraging, we built robotic moths and played nocturnal cricket songs out of speakers. So what happened, you're all wondering? Well, largely birds and bats avoid really loud rivers, but not all species do, so we get community change. Some insects with ears, like crickets, also avoid loud places, perhaps because they can't hear potential mates. Well, fortunately for them, their predators can't seem to hear them either, as fewer bats found our nocturnal cricket playback speakers. Other insects, like moths and butterflies, actually increase in really loud places, perhaps because their natural predators have a harder time finding them. Well, that's exactly what we found with our clay caterpillars, which are really just young moths and butterflies. They experience less predation in noisy places. So I know this is a lot. This is all to say that soundscapes matter. By simply broadcasting river noise, we altered animal communities and the predator-prey relationships among them. This has obvious implications for wildlife as we continue to alter natural soundscapes and replace them with our own. I would argue instead that we should protect soundscapes, as they're a fundamental part of what makes Idaho one of the last truly wild places.